A very tired Josh is recording WCW Monday Nitro. I'm quite happy with the show. We are sold out tonight in front of 3,000 people at the Everett Arena. I'm just going to grab my cup of tea because it is freaking freezing here in the UK. It's like it was like a few weeks ago, it hit September and God went, I'm going to flick a switch and make this place flipping cold. And it's been like that ever since. That's what you get when you live in the UK. Oh, it's lovely, it's warm, it's too hot. It's too cold. We don't like it. We want it in the middle. Let's Brit moan if it's too hot. Let's Brit moan if it's too cold. Anyway, shall we get on with this episode? Welcome to WCW Lives. This is episode number 2. Of course, Sting owns WCW. That's who I'm playing as. He's bought the company. He, by $1, he bidded $1 over what Vince offered, and he got the win down at the auctions. In the feature had some Pro Wrestling non-existent crowd heat, Extreme Tiger, Chris Sabin, Brian Kendrick, Mason Red, and AJ Styles. Defeat Austin Aries, Frankie Zarian, Paul London, TJ Perkins, and Cash. In 002, an Extreme Tiger defeated Frankie Zarian by pinfall. Says Wingberg, Edge Styles, and Styles announced TJ Perkins a weak link. So let's see how many people do you recognise in this, and I will go through them all. Extreme Tiger, aka T Grey Uno, in my Impact Wrestling Weekly series, also did wrestle as T Grey Uno. Chris Sabin, Brian Kendrick, Amazing Red, AJ Styles. They've all appeared in TNA. Austin Aries, Frankie Zarian, Paul London, TJ Perkins, and Cash. I'm not sure about Paul London. That is a good question. Has Paul London ever wrestled for TNA? I don't know. Let's have a quick look. I swear he has. I swear he has had a match in TNA. Paul London. I don't know if he's still wrestling now because I haven't seen him advertised for anything for a while. Early career 2002-2003. Ring of Honor. No, he hasn't by the looks of it. World Wrestling Entertainment. That's about it. No sign of TNA. Yep, various promotions. So everybody here except for Paul London. Well, he returned to TNA, which now is renamed Impact Wrestling. He started his backstage as a producer, but there's no mention of him working with them for prior to that, unless he's made a couple of appearances on the Independent. Because I always find wrestling intriguing, and I don't see. Here we go. Early career after graduating, Shawn Michaels later. Antino London competed in 0-1 for 7 matches beginning in June. Luna was contracted by TNA after Ring of Honor tournament, which told that they're interested in doing some matches on a trial basis. Although the trial to but yes, so he has. Everybody in this match has had a match for TNA wrestling. Yes, Paul London has. He had some tryout matches in 2003. There you go. Everybody in this match has appeared in TNA wrestling in some capacity over the years. Of course, TNA don't exist in this database. In the feature, had some Pro Wrestling Little Heat, 3 count defeat Briscoe Brothers and the Mamalukes in 801. In the order mentions Briscoe's first and the Mamalukes. Mark Briscoe 40, Jay 36, Shannon Moore 51, Evan Kagaras 52, Johnny the Ball 33, and Big Vito 34. I did say I'm tired. Shannon Moore in Rumble and Evan Kagaras in Technical. I can't do any B shows like I wanted to do. I wanted to do Bring Back Saturday Night as a 30-minute B show or an hour B show, and it won't let me do it. It's really annoying. In the feature, I had decent wrestling with number Cheat, Samoa Joe, Fit Finley, Johnny Swinger, Mike Sanders defeat Shane O'Haire, Kazuhashi, Juice Van Lager, CM Punk in 546, but Mike Sanders defeat Kazuhashi by Pills of 3.0. Punk 43, Liger 71, Kazuhashi 60, Shane O'Haire 62, Mike Sanders 46, Johnny Swinger 36, Fit Finley 62, Samoa Joe 40. Liger in Flying, Swinger in Rumble, Punk in Techno, Mike Sanders in Rumble, 61C. I'm really happy that we've now got a radio show on the 1934 series starting up. If you haven't watched that, go and watch that. It was yesterday. In a picture out of Pro Wrestling and non-existent crowd, Incognito, Jeremy Noble and Shane Helms, I have remembered, defeat EC Nagero and Slick Ragnar Brown and Joe Guerrero Jr. 431 with Shane Helms defeat Slick Ragnar Brown by Pinfall the Nightmare on Helm Street. These two are here on a 1 night only deal. Guerrero 60, Slick Ragnar Brown 24, EC Nagero 30, Shane Helms 59, Jimmy Noble 46, Incognito 40, Noah Chris 51D+. Let's move on from the cruiserweights. In the pre-show, good wrestling and decent match of the crowd. Buff Bagwell, Cryon, and Lance Storm defeat Konam, Hugh Morris, and Dustin Rhodes in 756. And Lance Storm defeat Hugh Morris by pinfall. Dustin 66, Hugh Morris 62, Kono 60, Storm 32, Kono 69, Buff Bagwell 63, 69 C plus. Not a bad match actually. In the pre-show bout, I had good wrestling and a decent match on the crowd. Raven defeated Rick Steiner in 744 by pinfall. The Raven Effect. Raven 75, Rick Steiner's 57, and it is a pile driver, but it's called the Raven Effect. That is his finishing name. I'm a big fan of Raven, always have been. Love Raven's deal, and I do know his finishing name. It's like AJ and Abyss, I know their finishers. In next really short pre-show match, Rookie T defeated Randy Orton in 520 by pinfall the missile dropkick. Randy Orton 44, Booker T 74. No work around 670 plus. He's working down at NWA Wildside. We open up with an 81B, which is brilliant for this, to be honest. Hulk Hogan clearly enjoyed having the freedom to go off script and perform well. Nash did a massive job, so did Angle. Edge did. Christian struggled a little bit. Scott Steiner did, but he also did struggle. Sting did, but Steiner struggled, but that's fine. No work problems. Let's go into the actual promo, shall we? So we open up the night. Out comes the NWO of Hulk Hogan, Nash, Kurt Angle, Edge, and Christian, which prevents all three storylines to the World Heavyweight. The Hogan has returned, but why? And the World Tag Team storyline. I'm going to start hinting at another member of the NWO, but you won't get to see him for a couple of months. I'm going to leave him off camera until... I know he's signed, because I've had him signed since day one. Last night... Was it Spring Stampede last night, guys? I swear it was. We're going to have a look. Yes, it was. I got it right. At Spring Stampede, all three of us were cheated out of victory. This company's bullshit. The only people who Sting did not screw over were the tag team champions. You see, Sting, we own 10% of this company. And we should be treated with respect. We don't have our own locker room back there. We have to share with the crap userweights. Oh, shut up, you bad. Shut up, you lot. As bad as Sting, you're as bad as Sting. I might as well pack my bags and go back to Eric and Vince where I'll get respect. So he's telling the fans to shut up, and then he's saying that he should pack his bags, leave WCW, and go and join Vince McMahon and fucking Eric Bischoff, who's booking Monday nights. Sting, shut up. And how about you find a retirement home? Last night was fair game. You see, we was the better men last night, and you screwed up big time. If you think you're so good, prove it in a rematch right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we open up in a bout of fantastic heat and great wrestling. Hulk Hogan and Kevin Nash defeated Scott Steiner and Sting in 8-12, and Hulk Hogan defeated Scott Steiner by pinfall after using a foreign object. Sting 82, Scott Steiner 80, Nash 65, Hulk Hogan 66. No reference. Should be back to 100% next week. 73B minus. Beautiful way to open up Impact. Not Impact. Nitro. In a bout that subpar wrestling and non-existent crowd, the Zebra Kid, Matt Sydal, Eric Young, Daniel Bryan, and Chris Hero defeated Daniels, Drago, Elite Skipper, Finn Balor, and Roderick Strong in 756 when Zebra Kid defeated Roderick Strong by pinfall. Chris Hero 41, Daniel Bryan 53, Eric Young 49, Matt Sydal 49. The Zebra Kid got a 28, Roderick Strong got a 31, Finn Balor a 50, Elite Skipper 49, Drago 47, Daniels a 52, strong in performance, a 51D+. As I said, we've got to build up them. We go to the back and we got Buff Bagwell back there with whatever the frick that is. And he's getting interviewed by Jeremy and he's like, last night he was very lucky to win, Booker T. You think it's so great. Good, it's now one win to me and one win to you. For all this time I want one more match. The winner being the top dog of WCW. Many of you who know how I book might know how this match is going to go, but I'm not sure if you guys are going to know how this match is going to go. But it's going to be Booker T, it's going to be Buff Bagwell, it's going to be Clash of Champions. 63C, it's coming back. Do you wish to continue with that? No. Who? Oh, you need your gimmick change. Yeah, forgot about that. And then Tony Schiavone is backstage and he's got AJ with him and he goes, look around, Tony. The cruiserweight is packed and Trevor is screaming for one more match. Well, I see a lot of hungry guys. So at Clash of Champions is going to be 6-man ladder match. And the winner will be cruiserweight champion. And that will be me. So I'm going to be booking this now. Because I actually do know who I want in this ladder match. I know exactly how this ladder match is going to go. I've clicked the wrong button. I need that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is going to be your Cruiserweight Championship match. AJ Styles will be in action alongside the Brian Kendrick and the Daniel Bryan. Ooh, yummy. On the other side, Trevor Guerrero Jr., Christopher Daniels, and none other than not TJ, where is he? Oh, he's a face, isn't he? Austin Aries or Frankie Kazarian? I'm going to go for Austin Aries. I think Austin Aries is a great worker. These guys are going to be in a 6-way ladder match for the Cruiserweight title. I cannot wait for this match. I'm really excited about it. 317 minus from AJ. He's getting better. We'll see you guys with our next match. Oh no, we got another angle? Okay. So it must have happened. I've done 3 angles. Oh well, changes the way a book show. Last night we proved that hardcore style is a place in wrestling. You see, we were so close to winning the tag titles. Now videos, look, Jeremy. It's like this. Sting saved us from the Indies and brought us to WCW, and it's going to be our goal to take the gold off the NWA. And nobody goes, we're going to do it. Clash of Champions inside a steel cage. So yeah, I don't know what's going on at the moment. I'm going to have to explain this to you because I think a lot of people are going to be like, why are you doing this as well as the ladder match? Because the idea behind what I'm trying to get across is at the moment, instead of Sting's trying too hard, he wants to kind of just push everything and do all these big gimmicky matches for now. Once he gets in the swing of things, I think after this month he's probably going to realise that's not what we want and calm down a bit. I'm trying to get it across. In a pool match, Abyss defeated Chuck Palumbo in 806 by pinfall after James Mitchell interfered. Chuck Palumbo 49, Abyss 44. Abyss improving in performance 51D+. He's got a huge match next week on telly. You'll get to see that in a bit. In a battle for fantastic heat and decent wrestling, Lex Luger defeated Diamond Dallas Page in 46 by pinfall. Lex Luger 53, Diamond Dallas Page 66. No work opponent 65C. I keep meaning to get rid of him and I don't. James Mitchell backstage with his best and he goes, this man has made you fear for your life. The WCW are scared of the NWO, but they are scared of Abyss. Next week, we've been told he's going to face the boss man, Sting. Sting, do you know what you're getting into next week? This man will destroy you. And he's going to end WCW and send it to hell, where he came from. And then James does his signature laugh. So next week on Nitro, I know I can get away with this winning this match. That's why I'm doing it. Because I really want to get him over. Like Larry, I need to get him up there quick. It's going to be Abyss versus the Icon Sting. Yikes. 370 minus. It's happening. Then William Regal's backstage and he goes, look behind. I should have won last night. But no, the ref counted slow. This company should have been left for dead. Look at this logo. It's ugly as hell. Eddie, in 4 weeks, Clash of Champions. I'm coming for that gold. And I'm going to take it away from you. Well, there's some good matches up for Clash of Champions as we know that Eddie Guerrero's going to have some hard handles here, but something's going on. William Regal has been a bit deranged. He thinks he's a former United States champion. He hasn't been. And we don't really know what's going on inside the head of William Regal. He's losing it. That's kind of what I'm trying to get across. I'm really happy that we sold out the venue. That's kind of made me really happy. In about that good wrestling and good heat, Eddie Guerrero and Team Hardcore defeat William Regal, Edge and Christian in 7:45 and Tommy Dreamer defeat Edge by pinfall the pile driver. Tommy Dreamer 63, RVD 69, Eddie 82, Regal 81, Christian 76, Edge 78. Tommy Dreamer performs an Edge and Technical 73B-. Yes. In an exceptional match, Mick Foley defeated Jeff Jarrett in 8:32 by pinfall the double arm DDT. Jeff Jarrett 68, Mick Foley 90, Jeff in Technical 73B-. And then we're backstage, and Hulk Hogan, Nash, Kurt Angle and Edge are in this locker room area. Look, we kicked out the Cruiserweights. We need him soon. He's the one giving the orders, and he's the one who's going to take down Sting. Nash, any news? Nope. He said he'll be here for the bash. And Kurt looks at Hogan and goes, Hogan, don't panic. It's going to be fine. You got the win tonight, and we'll get the world title when I beat Shawn at Clash of Champions. Kurt goes, it's fine. Because if you don't, the leader will do it. Will do it. Will. And you'll go after Eddie. He just wants you to weaken Shawn. Oh, God. Who let him in here? Get him out. Then he just basically pushes the cameraman and shuts the door. So, I know. You guys don't, so I'm not going to give it away. But obviously there's something going on here. Because Hogan's admitted here that he's not the one doing the orders. They're getting orders from someone else. Who are they getting orders from? Who is in charge of this NWO? We need to know. But we're not going to find out till the Bash. And we've got, we've still got Clash of Champions. Bash, the Great American Bash is, not until July. We're in June. 79B minus. I can't complain. That's brilliant. This did really well. I don't know. Shane Douglas was the weak link, but fucking hell, this match was good. In the exceptional match, Kurt Angle and Shane Douglas defeat Benoit and Jericho in 10:25, when Kurt Angle defeated Chris Benoit by submission in the ankle lock. Jericho 88, Benoit 84, Shane Douglas 67, Kurt Angle 93. Nowhere for B. Not bad. Our main event of the night is Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels world title. In a battle of fantastic and great wrestling, Shawn Michaels defeated Ric Flair in 22:39 by pinfall Sweet Chin Music. Shawn Michaels makes defense number 2 of his WCW World Heavyweight title. Ric Flair 64, Shawn Michaels 84 and 82B. After the match, Shawn Michaels celebrating his victory in the ring when Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle run in an attack, beating HBK down into the mat. That's where we end tonight's show. We're going to have a look at 80B+. Increased our popularity across all 32 regions. That was better than last week's Go Home show, and it was nearly as good as last night's pay-per-view. We're going to click continue. I know it's going to probably crash at some point, but we want to see how WWF did last night, because I bet or WWE's, I think I've done it. I don't know what it is. I haven't changed it yet. But I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of that show, to be honest. That was better. I'm going to have a quick look, but I think that's the best Nitro best show, TV Nitro we've done since, the beginning. I think that was an awesome show, full of awesome angles. I think we're starting to hint at who this leader is, who is taking on, who is going to be taking the charge of that. But that was quite good. British Independent show. Who's in the British Independent show? PJ Black. Okay. Is he working in America? Unemployed entire world. Oh, he is. So let's get him on a developmental deal quick. There we go. 4-year pro. Let's get him on board. That's why I look at these. I want you guys to have a bit of an idea of what we do. Because I always look at these and see if anyone I recognise is doing anything, and I would try and sign. So WCW Nitro last night got an 80B. We sold out the crowd. 2.78. That's 2,086,110 and 110 viewers, I think. We got an 80B. WWF Raw is Raw. Got 90,078B. But they had Bradshaw defeating Kane in the main event. Lisa Marie Von defeating Jacqueline Trivet defeating Janetti and Hardcore. Seriously, Mighty Janetti and Hardcore Holly getting defeated by Triple H. What the hell's going on here? Rikishi, Steve Blackburn and Billy Gunn defeat Chemo. So that's quite a bad show. Hulk Hogan is heading for injury again. Well, that's not my issue. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys next week for another edition of WCW Nitro. And once again, we're winning the war. From a very wet England, I welcome you to WCW Nitro. So I recorded one yesterday, I'm recording one today. I'm knackered as anything, but I can't sleep. I've tried to go back to sleep. I'm pretty okay. We got 2,842 people at the Betty Ingslad Centre. Obviously, this show didn't do as good as I thought it would. In a preacher about that, DCRS and Little Heat, Ace Austin, Cash, Elite Skipper, Finn Balor, Frankie Zane, defeat Eric Young, Chris Hero, Brian Kendrick, and Mason and Edge Charles. In 7:55, Rain Crash, defeat Chris Hero by Comes the Dead Level. Styles 59, Amazing Red 44, Brian Kendrick 50, Chris Hero 40, Eric Young 50, Frankie Zane 43, Finn Balor 40, Elite Skipper 49, Cash 47, Austin Ace 43. Kazarian Performance, Hero Performance, and Amazing Red in Techno 53C-. In an extremely short pre-show match, Ed and Christian defeat the Briscoes in 4:35 and Edge defeat Jay Briscoe by pinfall the Leaping DDT. Mark Briscoe 41, Jay 37, Christian 87, Edge 89. No occurrence. 72 B minus. In a push about decent wrestling member cheat, Who Morris, Chuck Plumbo, Kaz Hashi, Juiceman Liger, and CM Punk defeated Samoa Joe, Johnny Swinger, Mike Sanders, Shane Douglas, and Cryon in 904, and Liger defeated Johnny Swinger by from the Liger Bomb. Punk 43, Liger 71, Kazahashi 59, Chuck Plumbo 46, Hugh Morris 58, Cryon 69, Shane Douglas 62, Mike Sanders 47, Johnny Swinger 33, Samoa Joe 42, Liger flying. It's fishy. Thank you. I'm not interested in all that, I wish. In a pitch battle of Par Wrestling, and non-existent crowd eat Daniel Bryan, Chris Sabin, the Zebra Kid, and Matt Sydal defeated Roger Strong, TJ Perkins, Paul London, and PJ Black in 5:30, when Chris Sabin defeated PJ Black by pinfall with a future shock. Matt Sydal 52, Zebra Kid 28, Chris Sabin 45, Daniel Bryan 52. PJ Black is obviously down at NWA Wildside, but came up here for one night only. Got 26, Paul London 44, Perkins 25, and Strong 35. Perkins in performance 45D. Oh, stop yawning, buddy. Jeez, I'm trying to record. In a decent match, pre-show match, Fit Finlay, Lex Luger, Ric Flair, Rick Steiner, and Excalibur defeated Shane O'Haire, Conan, Eddie Guerrero, Dustin Rhodes, Chris Jericho. In terms of remote, Chris Jericho 10 shoulders belts, Excalibur was the weak link, that's fine. Jericho 88, Dustin 64, Eddie 77, Conan 60, Shane O'Haire 62, Excalibur 31, Rick Steiner 56, Ric Flair 69, Lex Luger 56, Fit Finlay 62, Rick Steiner and Fomp 69C+. And finally, pretty sure it's Jason Wrestling will heat the Filthy Animals defeat Drew and Randy Orton in 8:18 when Rey Mysterio Jr. defeated Randy Orton by pinfall the Springboard Hurricanrana. Rey Mysterio 76, Billy Kidman 72, Orton 43, Drew 25, Billy Kidman and Rumble in performance, and Randy Orton in performance. Not too bothered about this one. These two are down at NWA Wildside. He's only 15 years old, by the way, guys. Right now, in this universe, he is 15 years old. 1994, 1995, 1995, 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001. I'd be about 7. So he's 10 years older than me, roughly. 65C, beautiful. 84B, we open up the night with. Awesome. So we're not in the ring, we're backstage in a room, and like, Sean, look, I can't believe they attacked you and came out and attacked me. They left Edge and Christian to watch you too. It's sick. Look, I've spoken to the school and said he's coming to WCW. Vince don't know, and he's coming here. Here. He's got our back. So he goes, look, we know they have a leader in Aaron Hogan. We just need to stick together. Mick said if we need him, he is here. Let's get ready for the huge tag match next week. We will solve this. And Scott just goes, yes, just stay calm. A4B+. Well, things are going to hold up in the next match. In a decent match, Abyss defeated Sting in 746 by pinfall following interference from Hulk Hogan. Sting 84, Abyss 44, no occurrence. I can get away with this without causing any issues to Sting because Sting is me, so yay. And it works, and I think it's not only a huge shock to the fans because Abyss has got the win, but it's also a huge shock because Hogan helped him. But is Abyss a part of the NWA? By the way, that is Bill Goldberg's shoulder. In a battle of East Western Member Cheat, 3 count defeat Team Hardcore in 7:39 when even Kagras defeated Tommy Dreamer by pinfall the 3 count. Following interference from Christian. During the match, we also had Edge running attack RVD. Shadow Moore 50, Ivan Kagras 52, Tommy Dreamer 58, Robin Down 79. We've got a damaged knee, which is not good. But anyway, thank you, Dusty. And then Edge and Christian are back, and they're like, this is what happens when you mess with the NWA. We follow the commands of our leader. And Christian goes, this is the new NWA. This is the new NWA. This one is more violent and more deadly than ever before. In 3 weeks of Clash of Champions, we're going to keep the tag titles. This is going to end. ECW once and for all. Yikes. 67C+, not bad. In a battle of great wrestling and a decent wrestling crowd, Raven defeated Lance Storm in 8:17 by pinfall the pile driver. Lance Storm 70, Raven 74. Raven and Flying and Lance Storm in form, so in 3B-. James Mitchell's backstage with the man known as Abyss. Last week, I told my man Abyss would destroy the boss, and tonight he did that. How can you not? How can you just not welcome the devil? He has come and he's going to destroy all of WCW. Anyway, 316 minus. I can do evil laughs. I might start doing them. I used to do Ted DiBiase's. Trevor goes back, guys. So now there's ladders and 5 other guys. WCW, this is bullshit, and it needs to be reset. I want one more. I want a one-on-one match with AJ, not this bullshit ladder match. It's not right. When I was so close to winning a last encounter, I'm going to go out to that ring and ring to win tonight and prove that I should be one-on-one. 41D. I don't know why I didn't finish that. It's because I'm so bloody tired. In the battle, DSOS another cheat. Trevor Guerrero Jr. defeats Shane Helms in 801 by pinfall. Shane Helms 60, Trevor Guerrero 62. Shane Helms in performance 66C+. Not a bad match. In a poor match, the Mamalukes defeat Jindrak and Staxi in 826 when Big Vito defeats Sean Stinchak by pinfall butterfly DDT. Johnny the Ball 31, Big Vito 33, Sean Stinziak 47, Mark Jindrak 49. Noah Cruz 44D, not bad. Booker T 80B from Booker. Buff, you white, we have one win each. This is a match I'm looking forward to because when I beat you, I can prove to Sting and WCW that I deserve a world title. And it's going to be mine again. And then he's backstage and he's like, welcome to WCW, where a man has lost his mind and is coming after your title. You see, William, you're not going to get this title of mine. It is mine. This is not a problem, but I think he needs help. WWF has affected him really bad, to the point he lost his mind. Shots fired once again to our enemies. Hello, Monday Nitro, Monday Night Raw. They're obviously going to be taking shots at us in so much rain. In the Bad saw Brow Wrestling non-assistant crowd heat Jamie Noble, Incognito, and Extreme Tiger defeated Daniels, Doug, and Drago in 8:29 when Jamie Noble defeated Doug Williams by the Dervian leg drop. Extreme Tiger sustained serious viral infection. Lovely. Extreme Tiger 28, Incognito 41, Jamie Noble 48, Drago 45, Doug Williams 28, and Chris Daniels 51. Daniels in performance 46D. Yes, thank you. He'll be alright by next week. In above that, Great Heat and Decent Wrestling, DDP and Booker T defeat Jeff Jarrett and Buff Bagwell in 7:38 when Diamond Dallas Page defeat Buff Bagwell by pin for the Diamond Cutter. Booker T 69, Diamond Dallas Page 60, Bagwell 62, Jeff Jarrett 64, Noah Cohen 68C. The NWO is backstage. Yeah, I know he struggles when he goes off script, but that's what he wanted. Next week, right on Impact, it's going to be 5v5. And it's important we're all on the same page. Right? The boss has given us our instruction, and it's to destroy Sting. He needs to be ended, and he wants Sting. He wants him a bloody pulp right here next week on Nitro. Okay? So, next week on Nitro, we've got a huge contest for all of you fans. It's going to be a 10-man tag. It's not going to be the main event of Nitro, because the main event of Nitro is going to be made after tonight's main event. But yes, so the fact of the matter is, Sting, Scott, Sean, and Team Hardcore. Put them over. Oh, no, nothing. We'll be taking on Team Adventure Christian, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and of course Kurt Angle. That is live next week on Monday Nitro. That is going to be a big one for us. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's only 4B minus, but you're going to have to wait until the next episode for that. In an exceptional match, Mick Foley, Scott Steiner, and Shawn Michaels defeat Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Kurt Angle. In 7:55, and Scott Steiner defeat Kurt Angle by pin of Frankensteiner. Shawn Michaels 90, Scott Steiner 86, Mick Foley 91, Kurt Angle 92, Kevin Nash 72, Hulk Hogan 83. In no work rooms, 74B minus. Our main event of the night is Benoit taking on William Regal. In a superb wrestling and great heat, Chris Benoit defeated William Regal in 21:47 by pin of the Dragon Suplex. That got an 85B plus. Regal 75, Benoit 86. This is probably where the show ended. Chris Benoit celebrates victory in the ring when the NWO music hits. Out comes Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash, followed by Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is now aligned, and it was a complete success. I didn't think it would be because his last term was a bit too recent, but it was a complete success. Yay! So Chris Jericho is now a heel, and he has joined the NWO. And WCW management have announced that next week on Nitro, the main event of the night is going to be Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit. Yes, my friends, I am doing it. Chris Jericho versus Chris Benoit, and it's the main event. That's where we end Nitro this week. What a show. 81B. I cannot complain with that. Increased our popularity across all 32 regions because we're now on the UK TV and stuff. I cannot complain with that. I didn't expect a sold out crowd, so but that main event I didn't know if Chris Benoit and William Regal would be able to pull off a good main event, but an 85 is the best match of the night. That got a 72. So, 75 of the main event worked. I think, the angles were okay. That helped boost our rating, but an 85 main event got us an 81B. Let's go forward, guys. Another great show from us. We've got some big stuff planned. Who's Skull? Who's winning the NWO? These are all things that need to be answered, but they're not going to be answered until Bash at the Beach. So, my friends, you'll have to wait and see. But there's some big shocks going on around the industry right now. And I'm sure when Vince McMahon finds out who these people are, he's going to be rocking in his boots and panicking. But yes, WCW Nitro on top of the list again. We've got an 81, 2,842 people. 2-145-55, which is not bad. Just over 2 million people. Sinner, Killer Kowalski leaves the business. Shane Douglas injured. WWF got a 69C+. Road Warrior Animal defeats Spike Dudley. Backstage with Booker, Eric Bischoff and Triple H. Dudley Boys defeat Public Enemy. Something with Steve Austin, Undertaker and Stephanie. Pre-match with Disco Inferno. Kane defeated Disco Inferno. So, yeah, Disco Inferno, who we fired. If you remember, we sacked him. He's now gone to WCW. So, good on him. Defeated Kane. Got the Molly Holly and Trish Stratus. And Molly Holly went to no contest. And then the main event is Albert Bigelow and Santana defeating Jannetty and Supply and Demand. What the frick? So, in this main event, you've got Bam Bam Bigelow. Charles Wright, which I think is Godfather. Marty Jannetty. Fucking Matt Bloom. Perry Saturn and fucking Sheen Muller. That ain't a bloody main event. That ain't a bloody main event at all. You idiot, Stern. I don't know why I can't send it to you. Yeah, I'm trying to sign Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega to the Cruiserweight division. So yeah, I'm going to skip forward. I'm going to show you something. But yeah, this is what really annoys me. They're competing with us on a Monday night, with Monday Night Raw. But I'm going to show you SmackDown. Because every week I've noticed this. I want to show you SmackDown because I'm going to make this into two. You're going to get 2 episodes of WCW this week, by the way, guys. I absolutely love doing Monday nights. So I've decided that we're going to start our weeks at Mondays and work our way around from Mondays, and you're going to get this on a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So I'm going to be literally going off and recording the next 2 episodes and pay-per-view of this for you guys. But yeah, I'll show you a fucking edition of SmackDown because I want you to see how SmackDown differs. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. Obviously. So last night's WWF SmackDown goes 77B. So you've got Rikishi defeating Terry Machine, Supply and Demand defeating Public Enemy, Undertaker defeating Disco Inferno, Lita defeating Jacqueline by Cannon, but Jeff Hardy defeated with no contest with Billy Gunn. That is a better main event than what we had before. And I swear Jeff Hardy's contract's coming up soon. But Jeff Hardy is shortlisted. A few of the other guys are as well. But you've not got your. They're doing this thing again where wrestlers he's not wrestling and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you his contract because it's going to ruin certain things. But they've got such a good bloody roster. Let's have a look at our main event scene in a minute. Big Show. Billy Gunn, Bradshaw, Bubba Ray Dudley, Jeff Hardy, Kane, Matt Hardy, Rikishi, Steve Austin, The Undertaker, and Triple H. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another edition of WCW Nitro. But yeah, this is a bit odd. Thanks for watching.